Another ooky spooky week starts a day late again. Sorry, I know I said on Friday I wouldn't, but what are you gonna do? Here we are. If you'd like to see the spread, go to LVX Media Net on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. I'm gonna make that happen. This is your reading for May 28th. The cards today. The theme is the inverted Ten of Pentacles. The keywords here are disputes, instability, or breaking from tradition. The tool card, Queen of Pentacles. This is caring, nurturing, and comforting nature. The obstacle is the inverted Three of Swords. This is reconciliation, forgiveness, or healing. The advice card is the Knight of Wands. The message of this is to be the person of action, and it's possible to be more assertive in working towards your future. The sixth instinct today is perfectionist. This is someone who has excessively high standards on themselves or others. Our angel number today is quad 3. This is social skills. The keywords are hope, optimism, and success. Our true intention is safe space. This card is I need a secure place to open up. All right, let's put this whole thing together here. The ooky spooky motto. Though the poor themes persist, so do I. Our theme card today is a warning of potential financial disaster that we can avoid if we take the right steps today. The inverted Ten of Pentacles typically deals with finances, so it would be prudent to examine our financial situation and ensure we're managing things properly. On the other hand, it can also reference rough waters in relationships that had been previously going quite strong. Or on the other hand, if you're a singleton like me, not having any relationships of substance. Now, relationships does not necessarily mean romantic. It could be familial, could be platonic. It doesn't really matter. It could be anything, any of them. So what do we do about this unfortunate theme? Now, our tool card is to look at these situations with common sense. The Queen of Pentacles, the archetype of the Queen of Pentacles, is a matriarch that knows when to use her nurturing, caring nature to mend situations, or knowing when it's time to let things go. So in practical terms, the nurturing nature of the card should be a pretty obvious sign of being applicable to whatever potential relationships or relationship situations we're dealing with. So we can mend relationships that may be on the rocks, build up relationships that need more substance, or being wise enough to know when it's time to let it go. As for finances, the Queen of Pentacles is a sensible lady that handles a budget with a firm but gentle hand. So simply put, we must embody these characteristics if we want to avoid whatever it is, the impending doom that the theme card is suggesting is on the way. Now, the obstacle to this, it can be interpreted best, I feel, in a very specific way as it pertains to today's reading. The most prominent meaning behind the inverted Three of Swords is dealing with a recent loss of some kind. More specifically, that of a relationship, breakup, a death, falling out with somebody. And even more specifically, it's that we have had this loss and our emotional state is still unsteady. Given the implications of the theme card, this shit fits pretty well. Not much more to it there. The inverted Three of Swords, the symbolism that I came up with as I was putting this together is looking at it as a pit, wherein lies our grief, and it's that pit. Being inside of it, falling into it, it would easily prevent us from being able to look at whatever this situation is with a nurturing set of eyes. So, moving to our advice card today, that is to take an active and assertive role in dealing with these things in whatever manner the situation requires. My thinking is that if we move forward with purpose, we can avoid letting ourselves fall into that pit that I had mentioned. Can't let yourself be caught under the waves if you just keep sailing, I suppose. Another metaphor. So also, this one I think it's important to remember. It's something that a lot of people forget. And on Hard Shell Tacos, the other podcast I do, one of the other ones, I mention it at the end every single time. Nurturing relationships is not exclusive to those that we have with other people. It absolutely includes relationships that we have with ourselves. It's important to not forget that. How you feel, how you connect with yourself is going to influence heavily how you interact with other people. The angel number today, I think, to put it, make it kind of cheesy. The line from the old musical Annie, that the sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar and all that shit. Uh, if we keep our spirits up and we try our best to deal with the situations that we have, the machinations of the universe will help us sort things out for the best in the long run. That's the message that this card gives, the interpretation that you can pull from it. But I'm going to advise that while it's nice, that it's a nice sentiment to have, I'm going to suggest that we don't just sit back and let God, the universe, the spirits, the ancestors, or whatever the fuck you call it, don't let that take the wheel and be the one steering. We have to take an active role in navigating the rough waters of our lives. The sixth instinct, it's a I think a double-edged sword is what people like, the way that people like to frame it, and that's so perfectionism. Now, the bad side of this, to get that out of the way first, I think that the card comes as a warning to not be so much of a perfectionist, as what tends to happen when you do so is that we become crippled with inaction because the circumstances are not good enough for us to act. It could be that because we expect perfection from everything that we're involved with, we are unable to delegate or spread the workload around, and we overwhelm ourselves with things. And I think this one might be the most applicable, is the being a perfectionist. It can be pretty difficult to deal with someone who is a perfectionist, and that kind of behavior could be a contributing factor in what created these whatever difficult relationship situations that we're dealing with. But that is, that's on the bad side of it. It's which one of those applies to you, I can't tell you without knowing you. So let's keep it moving here. On the good side of things, on how we can take this perfectionist card to have something positive, is being a perfectionist. There is an implication of being highly analytical and having a strong skill set of pattern recognition and being able to properly replicate them to recreate, whatever's successful and avoid what isn't. If we can use these kinds of skills in analyzing our personal situations, we might be able to draw up a really good plan of action, and we sort of hand off those plans to the nurturing part of the reading, the Queen of Pentacles. We hand off our plans to the Queen, and she knows how to best execute them in a way that will be most effective, because it has that gentle touch that only she can give. Now, the true intention. It's a simple one, and this is, I think, something that's useful any time of the day, or any week, any day of the week, any time. Doesn't matter when. A safe space. As much as it's a joke on the internet right now, or has been for the last few years, it's something that everyone has. It's a place where you're comfortable and you're not afraid to speak what's truly in your heart. You're around people who care or understand you, and they're not going to judge you. They want to help you, and they care about you. There you go. That's all there is to it. I think the obstacle card mentioned being hung up on feelings from bad breakup or whatever the case. I hope not. Maybe a death in the family. But whatever negative feelings that you're holding on to, Safe space is exactly where you let them go, or at least start processing them in a healthy way. Now, stone. Today is a moonstone. The best uses for this are bolstering intuition and calming our emotions and easing tensions. Now, this is as it pertains to today, this would be useful as an anchor in dealing with the emotional difficulties that the day is likely to present, based on the reading likely to present. Also, a good one for when you get into that safe space, you can take it to be an anchor and keep you steady, keep you level. Talking through difficult emotions, no shit, it's difficult. What do you expect? But I think this might be a good little talisman to have to keep you level. So there you have it. That's Tuesday, May 28th. If you would like to see how I put all this shit together, you can head over to patreon.com/lvxmedianet. Hit the Ooky Spooky supporter tier, and you will get, I publish at the end of every week a video that shows how I put this all together. It's a bird's eye view, overhead view of my workspace, so you can see how all of this happens. What the decks are. Well, at the time it's released, you'll already know, but you'll kind of get a little bit of some of my thinking on why I picked them. Can see how they're shuffled, how do the cards come out, how does the stone get picked, that all the rest of it. You can see that there. There's a whole ritual to it that I've made it pretty intricate, and I have fun with it, and I ramble, peek behind the curtain stuff. Like, you can hear from me a lot more candidly than you might in this structured reading situation that we have here. So yeah, go check that out. Safe space. My phone number. You can call this number and it will go to me. If you call it, it's going to go to voicemail. If you text it, it's going to go to me. The voicemail will land on my phone. 833-589-7637. Questions, comments, concerns about this reading or any other reading or just whatever the fuck. There you go. You have my number. It's 833-LUX-PODS. It's spelled out for you, so that I spelled it out so that I won't forget. So hopefully you don't either. If you want a personal reading, they are available. I do them for free. Go to luxmediashows.com, hit the spooky button. There's a form you can fill out. Give me as much detail as you're comfortable sharing. But keep in mind that I can only give you as detailed of a reading with as much detail as you give me. So if you don't give me a whole lot, it's not going to sound too different from what we do here in these dailies. So that's entirely up to you. Scroll through the deck art, pick the one that you like, and that'll be your stand-in, since we're not in the same room together. While you're on luxmediashows.com, you can have a look at some of the other shit that we get up to here in this little family of ours. All right, that's gonna do it. I will see you tomorrow. Same ooky time, same spooky place.